Hey Beans! So I know a lot of you are dedicated enough to show up every single week for these glitch videos, so I'll keep it short. All of these glitches are sent in by the community, aka you guys, so if you have a glitch you think is worthy of being in one of these videos, please email it to julian2moments@gmail.com. I would really appreciate it. Anyways Beans, enjoy some awesome new glitches from this week, and thank you for your submissions. Glitch number 1 is a weird one I found when I was actually going underwater. Can you believe that? Well, basically, if you're in an underwater land and then you come up the ladder up into Crystal Sands, the bottles appear for a split second and then they sink back down. So we know that Animal Jam has to keep the bottles in the game during the entire Message in a Bottle event for a very long reason that I won't go and explain right now. So it doesn't make sense that they'd appear, but it's interesting that they have an animation that makes them dip back into the water. It's almost as if Animal Jam planned for this to happen. Glitch number 2 is something that's been a problem for a while, but Animal Jam recently addressed. But I got an email from someone who had spent a ton of time just going around the game and finding various glitches and things like that, and was like an actual adult who worked in computers and knew all this stuff. And he figured out a way recently to make it so you can put anything you want in the masterpieces. And I tried it myself, and it worked, which is very interesting because this was a problem for a while, and Animal Jam addressed it, but it appears there is still a problem with it. And so I did submit this to NJHQ and tell them that it was a glitch, as you can see me doing in this video. And hopefully they do take a look at that, because we don't want masterpieces that are just copies of images on the internet circulating throughout the game. Number 3 is a weird glitch that happens with the otters when you're underwater and you're wearing the shell fin armor and then you play. It changes colors. I mean, not much here. Number 4 is a strange glitch in the photo booth, where this person ended up with 2 of the exact same pig, even though obviously in the photo booth, you were only supposed to have 1 of your animal. Number 5 are these stubborn tubes that refuse to change even when the person corked them up. Number 6 is a weird one. I've gotten a lot of glitches where people have green lettering on their usernames, and someone actually explained it to me recently, and basically what it is Animal Jam is trying to load the green name tag or the red name tag, but they don't load it completely, and so just the font shows up in that color, but the background is still the default silver. However, this person's actual username turned totally green, like what happens when you buddy someone on Animal Jam Play Wild. So I'm not sure what happened here, but it's a pretty cool glitch in my opinion. Number 7 I include because it's hilarious. There are quite a few videos online, and I'm sure you've all seen or experienced glitches where you play as an animal you're not supposed to in a land or in an adventure, mostly in adventures, but this person managed to get a shark into the adventure. Not a very uncommon thing, but it's hilarious because of what he ended up doing, as you can see. Number 8 is a little fact about the black hole glitch. Actually, it turns out that if you put your username underneath a black hole of pets, it will completely disappear. And I found this quite interesting because we don't know much about the black hole glitch. Number 9 is just everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong, as you can see. There are a lot of things wrong with this. See if you can spot them all. So, Animal Jam recently added this cool new tree to Animal Jam Play Wild, but there's been a bit of an issue. So, they accidentally set the base of the item as the bottom of the leaves rather than the base itself. So when you put it down on the ground, it goes down into the ground. You can actually see this in the aquarium den because there is transparent glass. If you put it up above the transparent glass, you can see the trunk go down into the water. So this is something Animal Jam should probably fix. This just goes to show how careless Animal Jam can be sometimes. I mean, you'd think if they were going to release a new item, they'd at least preview it, right? I mean, all you had to do was put the item in a den and you'd see that something was screwed up. I just feel like sometimes they rush to get things out because they're so desperate to make a little money, to turn a little profit, or just to get more people to play the game more consistently. And they don't always stop and give the game the care and respect that I feel like they used to. I don't know, maybe that's just because I didn't have my email, so I couldn't see all these glitches like I can nowadays, but you never know what's going on with Animal Jam. But that is my impression overall, and I would appreciate it if they'd slow down a little more every once in a while. You know that new Jammer party everyone has been freaking out about? Well, it turns out that you can actually get into it even if you're not a new Jammer and even if you're a member. What you have to do is look up your normal account on your new Jammer account, buddy them, and then you follow the non-member new jammer into the new jammer party, and you can scare some new jammers with your impressive looks and your crazy rares. Number 12 is a brand new type of glitched ring. There's a silver one and there's a gold one, but don't worry, those of you who hate all these new glitched items that are ruining the rarity system, well, you couldn't actually buy these. The person didn't explain to me exactly how they did it. I think it was similar to the magenta glitch, but they didn't go into specifics, but it is pretty cool to see these colors of glitched rings. Number 13 is a weird interaction that's been going on with the Phantom Goop. It's a hidden adventure prize in the new Phantom Badlands adventure, but there's some weird effects when you get it and put it in your inventory. It shows up on different layers. There appear to be two different types, and one goes in a normal spot, and then one goes up really high in the inventory space. Number 14 doesn't really need to be explained. Sleepy Meme got just a spiked collar in the face. Number 15 is a very cool one. It's not very uncommon that someone gets something like a non-member Arctic Wolf or a non-member Snow Leopard, but Animal Jam looked at that and they basically fixed most of the glitches that were causing those animals. However, it appears that there still is a little bit of a glitch going on with that, because this toucan, the brand new animal which came out last week, 8 days ago to be exact, is a non-member, even though the toucans are a member-only animal. So there is a way to still bypass that and become a non-member member animal. Number 16 is a weird glitch that's happening every once in a while with these brand new spikes. As you can see, sometimes the little white silhouette that goes behind it to make it look more aesthetic just doesn't show up. This is another thing that I really want to touch on. It seems like Animal Jam doesn't always slow down with their updates, and there are always tons of glitches everywhere. I can't tell you how many glitches I got about these new spikes, or about items not being animated properly on the toucan, or things like that. And Animal Jam, if you can't do the 2-week update thing, then slow down and don't release so many things on a 2-week update basis if they're just going to be riddled with glitches. Normally I wouldn't mind this, but it seems like they just ignore the glitches once they happen. Like, you know, when you play as a sloth, sometimes the face just falls off the front and it just goes down there. That's been in the game forever, and I've gotten so many emails about it for so long, but Animal Jam has done nothing to try and fix that. Alright. So, this is one of those glitches that I get a ton, and I've just never included because it's not that interesting, but it got interesting. So in AJHQ's den, there were like 12 smoothies everywhere. This is because there's a little machine in the den where you can go and make smoothies, and there's a little glitch that happens with smoothies every once in a while, but since there were so many smoothies, it just happened that this glitch happened a lot. That's not something you're going to see every day, trust me. Okay, you can see what happened here. There are a lot of things going wrong here. So toucans were obviously the front page of the most recent Jamod Journal. When this person pulled up the Jamod Journal, there was an extra page in front of it that should not have been there. This isn't that cool of a glitch, but I just find it very fun when I find new glitches, because it's very rare that we get something so weird. Alright. Here is a very spicy one that is your reward for staying so long into the video. The person that I mentioned earlier, who was like a legit professional person who knew what he was doing with computers, actually showed me a way to generate any rare item you want, even ones that don't exist, or ones that have been taken out of the game. I'll show you a few examples in a second as you watch the pictures go by in the background. So to protect the game and just make it so that people aren't ruining it, I'm not going to tell you exactly how he did this. It was very, very complicated, and he actually really knows what he's doing. But I promise you, these are not edited. This person actually did show me proof that these are real. So this is very, very cool, and I'm sorry I can't tell you more than that, but I think it's for the sake of the game that we keep this kind of thing a secret. Number 22 is this person who has absolutely no username. I've seen people who have blank usernames with a little bar at the top, but never anyone with no username at all, and just the wood in the background. So this person was wearing a heart locket and then equipped a spiked collar on top of it, and their spiked collar changed to the colors of the heart locket. This is not a very uncommon glitch, but it's cool to see items like spiked collars in colors that we have never seen before. Anyways, Beans, thank you so much for watching. Again, I really do appreciate all of the emails you send me. And again, the email is julian2moments@gmail.com if you happen to find anything that you want to see in this video. Leave your username if you want credit. And I really enjoy reading through these emails. Thank you guys so much for making this series possible. And I'll see you next time. Bye.